Geometry, we are going to be looking at area problems now. Okay, we don't have the formula for the area of an L shape, but we can split it up into areas of shapes that we do know. So one way we can do it is we can just put in a line right across here. And we can find the area of this rectangle and the area of this rectangle and add them together. Now, we know that this entire length is 8. We know that this length here, 2, and this length here have to add up to 8. So that gives me that this piece here is 6. So this rectangle up on top, I'm going to highlight it in, that rectangle right here is going to be dimensions 4 by 6. 4 by 6. So that is a base times height, 4 times 6. That gives us an area of 24. Now if we go down here and we get the area of this bottom rectangle, that is a 2 by 7. So that is a base times height 2 by 7. That gives us 14. So to get the area of this, we add those together. 24 plus 14 gives us an area of 38, and of course units squared. Okay, the other way that we could do that, just to give you a quick idea, instead of drawing in the rectangles that way, we could have done the rectangles this way. We could have drawn in a line right here. Okay, then if we did that, then this piece here we know is an 8 by 4. So that's an 8 by 4, which gives us 32. And then this piece right here, we know that this length is 2, but we have to find this length right here. So that way, we know that this whole piece is 7 all the way across. We know this piece is 4. So this 4 right here and this piece here have to add up to 7. So we know that this piece here has to be a 3. So this little box right here, I'm going to highlight that in blue. This rectangle here is a 3 by 2. So that gives us an area 6. So now we can add those two areas together. All right, we can take the 32 plus the 6 and we still get the same area. All right, so there's two different ways that we can do that one. Down here, the second example, we need to find this length here and this length here. So if you remember from the perimeter problems, this whole length is 28. So we know that 15 plus 10 plus this piece, those three pieces here have to add up to 28. So this piece has to be 3. All right, and the same thing we can do on the other missing piece. We know all the way from the top to the bottom is 25 because we can add the 4 and the 21 and give us 25. So we know that this piece here, 20, plus this piece here has to give us 25. So that's going to give this piece right here, that has to be a 5. Now, the only way that we can split this up is to draw in vertical lines here and here. Okay, so now I can find the dimensions of this rectangle on the left. All right, that is a 20 by 15. So that's a 20 by 15. So that is going to give us 300 units squared. The middle rectangle, we'll highlight that in blue right here. All right, we know that this is all the way across is 25 by 10. So this is a 25 by 10. So that gives us 250 units squared. And then finally, the last rectangle on the right here, that is a 3 by 21, so that gives us 63 units squared. So we add up this, this, and this, the area of those three rectangles. 300 plus 250 plus 63. And that should give you your area. Remember, it's units squared. Okay, let's do a couple more examples. Okay, this one up here, this is the area of a trapezoid. So if you remember the area of a trapezoid, we just have to go get the formula. All right, area is 0.5 times base 1 plus base 2 times the height. So 0.5, remember the bases are the parallel sides, 22 and all the way across the bottom. So we put in the 22, oops, I need to get out of my highlighter, 22 plus, if I add up 7 plus 22 plus 7, I am going to get 36. So we put the 36 here, and if you remember the height of a trapezoid, oops, I don't want that. The height of a trapezoid right here, this height is the distance between the bases. So our height is 11. All right, so that's one way we can do it. We can use the formula for the area of a trapezoid. That should give us 319 units squared. The other way that we could do this, if we didn't know the formula for the area of a trapezoid, is we could split it into shapes. Okay, we could do the triangle on the left. Okay, we could do that triangle. All right, so remember the formula for the triangle is 0.5 times the base times the height. So 0.5, the base is 7 and the height is 11. So we could do 0.5 times 7 times 11. Then we could add it to the shape in the middle. I'm going to highlight that in blue. That middle rectangle, well, what are the dimensions of that rectangle? That's a 22 by 11. So that gives us base times height because it's a rectangle, so 22 times 11. And then we finally add it to the area of this triangle on the right. And that's the same as the triangle on the left. The base is 7 and the height is 11. So the formula for the area of a triangle is 0.5 times the base times the height. So that's two ways you can do this problem. Okay, we can do the formula for the area of a trapezoid right here using that formula, or we can do triangle plus rectangle plus triangle. All right, and finally this last example, we're just going to split it into two shapes. All right, we're going to find the area of the bottom rectangle. We've got those dimensions. That is a 35 by 6. So we find that area, and then we are going to add it to the area of this triangle up here. All right, so if you remember, the formula for the area of the triangle is 0.5 times the base times the height. The base of the triangle is right here all along the bottom, 7 and 7, so our base is 14. That's our base. And the height of the triangle is from the base all the way to the top of the triangle. So this right here is my height. 32 is my height. Okay, so to find the area of this, we add this right here to this right here, and we add them. All right, so if you don't know the formula for the entire shape, you break it down into shapes that you do know. All right, good luck, geometry.